Your Jaguar looks immaculate on the outside. Underneath, it might be quietly dying. In this video, we're going to show you exactly what you can do about it before it's too late.
This is how you want your Jaguar to look underneath. Now I know what a lot of you are going to say, you're never going to see it, you're never going to see it. That doesn't make it any less important, and you're completely wrong. Firstly, you're seeing it now. Yes, you are. Secondly, every time a vehicle like this goes on an inspection lift for service, MOT, maintenance, whatever it may be, whoever's working on it is going to look at this and go, wow, they care about their car, they want a good job done. That's correct. And thirdly, the whole attitude of you're never going to see it is why they get in such a state in the first place. Because you never look at it, that is why these things can become such a state. To try and emphasize my point, let me show you. This beautiful looking XJ. Now if the wheels were curbed, you'd deal with it, wouldn't you? Because you can see them. But is curbed wheels actually a massive problem? No. We've got some bubbling on the doors here. Now that'll probably get dealt with, because you may think that's kind of letting the car down a bit, but actually, is that a massive problem? No, it's aluminium, it's not going to spread very quickly, it's not actually causing a problem, it just bugs you because you can see it. Now if you could see under here, which you should take a look now and again and see how your car is doing on an inspection lift, then it might be on your mind to actually deal with it, because if you don't, it gets really bad. Now this car is a 2009, so that's an early XFR. It's 17 years old this year, believe it or not. It's hard to think that, you know, these cars are really that old, but they are. But on the flip side, I've got a 2009 XFR, and we've also recently powder coated another 2009 XFR, and the subframes were considerably better condition and the other suspension components, making preventative maintenance much easier. But this one we actually had to replace quite a few components because they're just not salvageable. So before your car gets in this state, I suggest you carry out some preventative maintenance. It's going to cost you less and it's going to pay you dividends, because you are going to get that back with longevity of your car.
The difference between that and something like this is catching it early.
This is the subframe removed, shot blasted, powder coated, and the front of the rear subframe oil filled bushes replaced. These brackets have also been processed at the same time, and this is what you get. That looks pretty fancy, doesn't it? And it's definitely prolonged the vehicle's life. With the new suspension components, what we do is we slot them all in place, put the nuts and bolts in, but we leave them loose because these need to be tightened when the vehicle is at normal resting height. You see, at the moment with it on the vehicle lift, these hubs are dangling down, and if we're to tighten all these bolts in this position, it means when the vehicle is actually resting with the weight on it, this hub will then be further up and it'll be trying to twist all the bushes and joints that we've tightened in essentially the incorrect place. So this is called a suspension bush relax, and that's the ideal position to install your suspension in. That's going to reduce wear and tear on the new suspension components, giving them prolonged life. Also, it can in turn help us wheel align the car easier and give a bit better handling. We're getting a few of these in now for either our powder coating service or our galvanizing service. Now this has had the galvanizing route. Let me show you around all the goodies we've got on this one. Like I say, we don't have to go this mad, but this is currently kind of like the top level of preventative maintenance and restoration on the rear end of these cars that we can do. So let me show you around. This has kind of had no efforts or expense spared on this car, and I think we've not only restored it, we've brought it back to something that was even nicer than factory. So we've had to replace the rear beam on the back here, but this one is actually galvanized. We've also had to replace for a good used, yes, this was used, believe it or not, it looks brand new, doesn't it? We had to replace it with a good used subframe that we shot blasted, acid dipped and galvanized before it went in. And the good thing with galvanized is it really etches in to the steel, and it floods all in the cavities of this as well. So doing this will probably like quadruple the lifespan of this part, and there's a good chance it will outlive the rest of the car now. But that's not the only thing that's galvanised. We've also got our Wraptor uprated strengthened rear lower brace that's galvanised. These are available separately on our shop, and now we also have the brackets it attaches to that attach to the main body of the car. They're available on our online shop as well. Before the subframe went in, we also replaced the 4 big bushes. We've gone above and beyond and painted the differential. We've powder coated various exhaust hanger brackets and installed our oversized rear caliper plates on the rear. And of course, they match the colour of the front brakes, which is our Wraptor big brake kit. This car did have multiple holes in it, and it's due to the foam sound deadening holding water against various places of the steel-bodied car. So they've been all removed. We've cut all the rust out and fabricated in new metal where needed. And then everything's been sealed and painted with an anti-corrosive or rust-proof paint. We've gone for silver because the original body of the car is silver. We could just do it in black, but I think the silver on a silver car with the galvanised parts looks absolutely super. I hope you agree. So as you can see, at the moment I've left the rear bumper off, the plastic side skirts, the inner wheel arches and the wheels, oh, and even the exhaust back boxes, just to really give you a good visual of all the work we've carried out there. So once it's reinstalled, a lot of this will be kind of obscured, but like I say, it is important. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's any less important. Just like the organs in your body, you know, you've got to look after them. You can put makeup on all you like. I mean, I might not, but that doesn't make you any more healthy, does it? So it is just as, if not more important, how your car looks underneath, because the looks of it gives you a good indication on how healthy it is as well. And I think this one looks super duper, really impressive. It's going to make a nice portfolio for the customer, hopefully going to make a nice YouTube video for you guys to watch, and hopefully it's going to look very nice every time this car goes on an inspection lift in the future. Right, I've been looking for Steve for good reason. Now I can only take credit for about 5% of this. The other 95% goes to this man here for his sheer amount of labour and hours and love and interest, actually, that he's put into restoring this into something I think pretty special that the customer's going to absolutely love. Steve.
Hi. It became a labour of love. But once you start, you're no looking back.
Do you need a holiday?
I need to stop cleaning rusty dust out of my hair. But no, it's been a good one. Nice to see it turned around. A car that hadn't got a future has now got a future.
Yeah.
And a big one. You know, we should hopefully look for 10 years of life out of this now before we have to think again.
I think so.
Now we can go big horsepower.
Yeah.
And safely, which was a big concern. We had major issues that the car would not remain safe by chucking loads of horsepower through. Now it will. Now we're confident.
And, you know, this was somebody's pride and joy, this car. We've looked after it for probably about 4 years, and it probably owes the customer 30 grand or so. And what's the other option? Scrap it and lose all that is put into it and his pride and joy? No, I don't think so. So there's been a lot of work and a few £1,000s to get it back to where it should be and better. I think it's completely justified, you know. I'm sure the customer's going to be really happy with it, and we are as well. We don't want to see it, you know, go in the bin. We want to carry on the story of this car. I mean, this particular car's made front cover of the magazine and stuff like this, but ultimately it's an XFR, it's a rare beast, it's well worth doing. But even if you've got like, I don't know, a diesel XF or something like that, before it gets too bad, it's well worth saving. They're good cars, these, but you know, you got to prevent the corrosion in certain places. And by removing those insulation, adding some drainage points, and carrying out powder coating or galvanising like this is well worth it. And of course, if it does need new suspension bits while you're there, there's very minimal extra labour because it's coming apart anyway, so it is a really good time to do it. So I mean, if we picked on this over time, you know, it's probably going to amount to a lot of money. But all this in one hit, although it's kind of a big bill in one sitting, you know, the overall saving's been pretty significant, I'd say. So Steve, you up for some more? We'll book some more in.
I've got another one in the car park. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm going to wear a hat.
I mean, not many of them are going to have the extent this one's done. The condition of it was really bad, and we've gone all out and done everything. A lot of them, the condition isn't as bad as this, and you don't have to go to this level. This is really just showcasing what can be done if you want to go that far. So, anyway, thanks, Steve. Your efforts are noted and appreciated.
All sorted.
So if you're interested in powder coating services like this, or galvanizing services like this, we do offer both. Obviously different price ranges. Common vehicles we work on are the XF, the XK, the F-Type, but others are absolutely fine as well. It just means we've got all the jigs and the tooling and everything for these models, so we're sort of ready to rock, you know. So if you'd like anything from us, feel free to get in touch. Our email is info@wraptorcustoms.com. And if you enjoy your cars and you would like to get a bit more involved and have some fun this summer, then please do come and join us at our event, the Wraptor Races, happening Monday the 15th of June at Santa Pod. Now, it's a fun, safe, controlled environment we're trying to set here, where you guys can come along and have a real good blast in your Jag or Land Rover or sports car or whatever you've got. We did it last year, it was an absolute blast. This year we're going bigger and better. So don't be afraid to come. It doesn't matter if you've got a 2-litre diesel or a 5-litre 28 supercharged car with nitrous. That's probably not a thing. We'd love to see you there. So we've got a static display, so you can come along, park your car up, enjoy the vibe, mingle with other people, and that's just a £10 entry fee. That's all there is, and it's access to all areas. On up from there, we've got passenger tickets, so if you don't want to run your own car but you want to jump in and ride shotgun with somebody else, then there are passenger tickets, and there is limited availability on those tickets, so if you want one, go and grab one. And of course, if you're wearing your big boy pants, you can drive your own car up the drag strip at the legendary Santa Pod. But honestly guys, there's no pressure there. It's just a fun, chilled day out for everyone. You can bring your partner, you can bring the kids. It's a fun day out for everyone. Kids under 10 are free, but you do have to be at least 18 years of age to be able to go up the drag strip, either as a driver or a passenger. Long sleeves, long trousers, and helmets are required on the day. We recommend you bring, buy or borrow your own, but if that is an option, then they are available to hire on the day. Again, there is limited availability of those, so I don't want everybody to sort of think, I'll hire a helmet, and there's 100 of you and there's only like 30 helmets. Do you see what I mean? This is a fun day. Wraptor are committed to putting on for you guys. Yes, you guys, so please come along with us and enjoy the fun. That's Monday, the 15th of June, 2026. Hope to see you there. I'm Dud, Wraptor. Wow.